What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? Hello, I'm Joe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and trusting me to entertain you. So for today's video, as you've already seen by the title, I have done a Sephora slash Ulta haul. It was all collective over the course of a little bit of time this past month. The Sephora haul is actually just a mini haul. It's just a little bit of stuff from Sephora. Well, the weekend before Valentine's Day is when me and Brandon went and celebrated our Valentine's Day, and he surprised me and picked me up 2 products from Sephora. Our Sephora got a new building. It moved and it's bigger, so we were just looking around at the new building while we were over there by it, and he let me pick out 2 things. So I picked out 2 products there, and so that's the Sephora part. And then I have a separate Ulta part, and so the cool news is the majority of it is going to be first impressions, but I do have a few reviews that I've already tried. So without further ado, let's get started. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Okay, so really quickly, you guys, I wanted to hop on here and let you know that we are doing a giveaway in this video. I haven't done a giveaway except for my milestones in quite a while, and so I wanted to do a big giveaway this time. So I'm going to show you guys just a sneak peek into a few of the items that I'm going to have included in this giveaway. But first, I'm going to tell you the requirements, and if you miss them, or if you miss the pop-up on the screen of my usernames and all that, everything will be linked down in the description. So all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel with your post notification bells turned on, and then make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Then after that, all I need you to do is leave a comment down below with your Instagram handle so I can get a hold of you if you are the winner. So without further ado, let me show you what is in the giveaway. Now, I don't have all the products in hand right now, but I want to show you just a sneak peek of the things that you will win. So would you guys, first of all, would you guys rather me split this into 2 winners or just 1 winner that wins everything? Let me know in the comments below what you would like to do. But you can comment your Instagram handle on this video or any future video. So it does not have to be specifically on this one that you comment down below. Just make sure you followed all the steps and you comment down on this video or any future video from now until March 21st, and that will enter you in. So as long as you do all those steps. But here's just a sneak peek of the few items that I'm going to have in the giveaway. So first, this is one of the BoxyCharm items. If you see that is familiar, I didn't open mine because I already have a Ride or Die straightener, so I thought I'd show you guys and give it away to you guys. This is the Suture Beauty straightener. It's a ceramic flat iron. So that's the first item. The next is a set of mermaid unicorn looking brushes. Then we have the Morphe Social Butterfly 15S palette, which is gorgeous. Just to show you a few of the shades that are in that palette. It is a beautiful palette, one of my favorites. Next is the Morphe Rose Beige 7-piece rose gold collection plus the case. It's the brushes. And then the Mini Controversy palette from Shane Dawson Jeffree Star, the Conspiracy palette from Shane Dawson Jeffree Star, and much more. There's going to be a few more items in it. So would you guys rather that be a solid full giveaway all in one to one person, or would you like me to separate into 2? Drop it in the comments down below, and don't forget to go ahead and follow the steps so that you're entered. So without further ado, let's get into the video that you came for. Okay, so first, really quickly, let me show you guys what I have and what I bought, and then I'll tell you like what's going to be first impressions, what's going to be a review, and then we're going to throw it all on the face. So first, we'll start with the Sephora because it is the less of the 2, and I have already tried the 2 products because when my husband bought it for me, we were going to get ready to go somewhere the next day, and I really wanted to try it because we were out of town. So the first thing being this is something that I didn't even know, never even seen, but I was walking through Sephora and I was like, oh my god, that looks like the perfect contour shade for me. So it's the Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder in the shade Dark. So she had multiple shades, but like I didn't even know like which shades were what called what, but I just saw this one and I was like, holy cow, that looks like perfection. So again, like whenever we go to try on the products, that's when I'll open it, since I'll have to redo that when I'm trying them on. But I just want to show you what I got. So this is the first product. And then another thing from Sephora is I have been eyeing these collections. It's the Huda Beauty Nude collections. The eyeshadow palettes, it's just a little eyeshadow palette, very compact and easy to travel with, and she has 3 of them. She has the Nude Light, Nude Medium, and Nude Rich. So it's supposed to be like a nude palette for you based on your skin tone, but I love like the deeper smoky eyes. So I actually went for the Nude Rich palette because I like the colors in it better, and I did do an eye look with it. I tried out the shimmers in it and the mattes, everything blended beautifully, and this is literally probably my favorite travel palette ever. Like, the colors in it just really complement my eyes, and they're just pretty. I don't have color. Maybe the mattes, I have a few mattes like it, but the shimmers in it, I have none like it, and they're beautiful. So that is the 2 things that I got from Sephora, and I was so excited about them, and I'm still excited about them. So as much as I have makeup, like, it's not often that I get something, I'm super excited about it, and then a while later I'm still super excited about it. Well, these 2 products I'm still super excited about. Okay, so the next thing is my Ulta haul. These came from 3 different occasions. One is shopping in the store. Actually, it was just one thing that I picked up in the store. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to throw on for the Ulta haul. The other thing is 2 separate online orders that I had placed. And I was trying to create as much of a full face of like first impressions, reviews that I've not done on my channel for you guys. So again, the Sephora ones are reviews. I will be talking about those as I try them on because I have already tried them. But we'll start out with the things that I have already tried from the Sephora pile. And the funny thing is, there is going to be technically only one thing that I've put on. So the first thing is this Milani. I was looking for a good nude lip pencil, and this is the Milani Easy Liner for Lips Retractable Pencil in the shade Most Natural. It is really pretty. I have not worn this shade like as a lip liner. I literally just like colored it. So technically this is going to be a first impressions. I took that back. Technically this is going to be a first impressions just because I've only just colored just to see if it would go with a lipstick. Have not looked at the lipstick, have not even opened the lipstick packaging. I was just looking to see if it was going to be more warm or more cool, more pink or more brown, just to see. So it has not been on my lips, so technically it's going to be a first impression. And the other one that you could technically say would be more of like a review-ish, but technically still a first impression, would be this right here. So I've heard wonderful things about this foundation, but I have yet to try it. It's semi-new, not very new, but it's the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. It's a long-wear foundation and concealer. It's the one that has the pump and also the wand. And since I haven't been wearing concealer lately, I was like, this would be good for that because I usually just take my foundation up under my eyes. So that will be good for that. I love having a wand to apply my foundation to as well. So the reason I said this would probably be more of a review rather than a first impressions, because I did try it the other day. And the only reason I tried it is because I wanted to make sure it was my perfect shade, because so many people said that they love this foundation. So if I loved it, I've been sitting with these products for a couple weeks, and I wanted to be able to take it back and still be able to exchange it if it was the wrong shade. But I applied it, number 1, with a dry sponge, so it's going to get a lot thicker layer. And number 2, it was the wrong shade. It was way too warm for me. So with that being said, it was a thick layer. I was trying out a new powder that I ended up not loving because it didn't really control my oil. And I applied it with a dry sponge, so I didn't like it. I didn't like it. By the end of the day, my skin looked beautiful and plump and like smooth upon application, but I was really oily by the end of it, and I really think it was because it was like too much. I used too much. I applied it with a dry sponge, so there was no extra product absorbed, and I used a powder that was not very good at controlling oil. So this is going to be like a rerun. I've got my perfect shade. I went into Ulta and found my perfect shade. I was looking at the wrong undertone in this line. I'm normally a neutral undertone, but for them, I'm more golden because this golden shade literally matched me perfect. So now, the rest of the products in here are 100% first impression. I have not even opened them. Okay, so the first thing is this NARS blush. Now, I love the NARS Orgasm blush. It's that one that's like a pinky gold. It's like perfect for all skin tones. Well, this one is I think it's new. I don't know that it's new, but I think it's new because I've never seen it. If I knew it existed, I would have gotten it. but maybe I just didn't know. But this is the Orgasm X. So it's like the NARS Orgasm, which is like the pink and gold. This is like peach. It's supposed to be like a vibrant peach and gold. So it's like that sort of vibe. I love peach blushes. Not even open this. Don't even know what it looks like. I've just saw it on a video that someone was doing, and I was like, oh, I need to get that. So that is going to be a first impression. So far we have a eyeshadow palette, contour shade, foundation, lip liner, blush. We're working on a full face here. The next thing is these Allure London Wispy Light pre-glued lashes. Now, first I was going to pick up a pair of the magnetic lashes, but I've literally not seen anyone say, oh, these are now my go-tos. Like, I love magnetic lashes. They're the best. Well, I've never tried them, but all the reviews are negative. Like, I've seen maybe one or two where people are like, oh, this is the best thing ever. But mostly it was not good. But then while I was looking at the magnetic lashes, I saw this, and I was like, I've never seen pre-glued lashes. So it's like, supposed to be like no glue, no mess. You literally just peel it off and stick them on. So we're going to try that out. These look pretty. These look like something I would wear. So yeah, no glue, no mess, no stress. So we'll see about those. The next thing is this Kate Somerville Uncomplicated SPF Soft Focus Makeup Setting Spray. So, yikes, I wish I could remember who I saw review this. I need to start keeping up with that because I always forget, because I watch so many different YouTubers. I'm not just like focused in on just one. But I saw a YouTuber say that they picked this specific can up for a second time because they said it's so good, and then like it really does lock in your makeup, but it also has SPF, so you're spraying SPF over your makeup, which I think is awesome because you need that protection, especially with summer coming up. So I wanted to try this. I'm all about trying a new setting spray just to see, because setting spray is one of my favorite steps in makeup, because I feel like it really just locks everything in, first of all, but also melts everything together. So I'm hoping that's what I get from this. This is also a continuous spray like the Morphe one, and I love, love, love that, the Morphe one because of that. So we're going to try that. And then I have two more products that I got. So this is a powder that everyone that has tried it that I have seen has absolutely loved it, but I never have tried it. So this is the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, Ethereal, I think, Setting Powder. It's infused with coconut water, aids in delicately replenishing skin's moisture. Apparently it's supposed to like be like it like locks in everything. It controls your oil, but it doesn't cling to dry patches. It's not super powdery type thing. So that sounds magical. The Born This Way foundation is very like luminous and hydrating, but it's not too luminous to where it's like makes me look oily. So I really love that. So I'm excited to try this powder. And then last but not least, we have this MAC Amplified Cream Lipstick. I hear a lot of people raving about just MAC lip products in general. But I wanted like a really nude something to go with the lip liner. That's the reason I swatched this on the back of my hand. But I have not even opened this. But this is the MAC Amplified Cream Lipstick in the shade Blankety 101. I'm all about a nude lip, and I've really been into like not using liquid lipsticks and just like using a really good staying power creamy lip bullet with a really cute like lip liner. I really love the way it makes my lip looks. My lips look a lot more like plump, as opposed to where like I use a liquid lipstick, I end up looking a little shrivelly. So this is just more complimenting on my lips, this type of combo, and then sometimes I'll add a little gloss, and obviously that helps a lot. But anyways, we are about to try all this on our face, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start out with this Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. Oh, this I actually ended up getting MG2, and based on my swatch on my neck in store, it looked like it was going to match me pretty perfect. So this is actually a medium golden 2. It's the medium category, but this is technically considered a light medium. And it's the golden number 2 shade. So we're going to go ahead and slap this sucker on. I don't have on any primer. Do I have any dry spots that I need to? Nah, we're not going to worry about primer. I've not been priming lately, you guys. I know that's crazy. But I do moisturize. I just don't really prime. So I use my moisturizer and my primer basically. So if you have not seen it, this is what it looks like. It looks like it's going to match me pretty perfect. And there is, how much product is in this? 1 fluid ounce, which is the standard fluid ounce, but this is got a pump in it. As you can see, you can pump it to use the foundation, and then you can just twist off the top and use the wand for concealer, but I'm going to use the wand for all over, and this definitely appears to be, yeah, this is literally my perfect shade, you guys. So keep that in mind with foundations that have like a lot of different shade range. You might fall under a more specific undertone category, because typically the golden foundations are way too warm for me. So based on these swipes, it looks like it's going to be a little too light, but we're going to see. So this time I damp my sponge. This time I have the right shade. And we have a new powder to try, so I don't know. This is literally my exact color. Like, exact. Like, there's like no difference in my neck at all. Holy cow. Kind of cool. I don't know. Like, it's blending out a heck of a lot better than it did with the dry sponge. Because like with the dry sponge, it literally, y'all, it was like look, I got a little bit of my hair right there. It was literally like staying in the exact spot. Like it would just like, I was just like basically packing on foundation, like just pressing, and it was just like sitting on top of my skin. But this sponge makes it like, it looks so much prettier on the skin than it did the last time I used it. So again, this is more like a first impression. So this actually looks like it's a tad too light. But again, the other one was like way too warm, and I would rather just warm up my face. I am going to take, in the mirror it actually looks identical. Like, it's a little bit lighter than my chest, but as far as like matching to my neck, it blends down literally with no seams at all. So we're going to take this wand and just throw some under our eyes. Because of course, like I said, we're going to warm up our face. If you are new to my channel, I have children. I have 3 of them, ranging from 10 months old to 6 years old. So if you hear background noise, that is what you hear. And just for the sake of trolls, they are not unattended. I am married and my husband is with them. Just go ahead and cover the bases. Give you something to talk about. So you're probably going to come at me in the comments anyway saying this is too light. But give me a minute. That Natasha Denona powder about to come through. Come through. Now we're going to go ahead and set the face trying out our new Born This Way powder. So this is the packaging for the Born This Way powder. It's super cute. It matches the foundation. Excuse me, this is the translucent. I think you can actually go up. There's like 2 more shades they offer. There's a sifter cover. I love that. There's actually quite a bit of product in here, because like there's usually, yeah, so there's 17 grams of product, which is a little over half an ounce, which is quite a bit for a setting powder. Ooh. So the sifter is heart shaped. I don't know if you can see, but that's super, super cute. I'm gonna put some in the lid. And I actually got a new brush in BoxyCharm that's like perfect for setting underneath the eyes. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to use that to set under my eyes with this powder. So this is the brush. It's the Alamar Cosmetics brightening brush. I'm going to take this sponge and really blend out any creases under my eyes and on my forehead before, which I really didn't have any. It set down pretty good. It looks like it didn't really oxidize. I feel like this is going to be my shade though that I go for. So let's see about this powder. It doesn't seem... It does seem to have a little bit of like a yellowish tint to it, which is kind of like, which I didn't use a concealer, I actually used foundation for my under eyes, so I can't really talk about the brightening portion of it, but it is melting into my makeup, so that is good. This actually is creasing a little bit. Oh, there we go. So take it and take this same brush and just kind of set my forehead so that'll stop creasing. Just kind of set everywhere. It kind of smells like, oh, it smells maybe a tad hint of coconut, which it said it was infused with coconut water. So now we're going to take the bigger fluffy brush and just kind of swirl all over the face and set the entire face, and then we'll attempt to bake with this powder as well. I absolutely love that there is literally there's no separation in color from my neck to my face. I'm so weird about that. Like if I go and pull down the car mirror and you can see like a difference in my face from where my foundation is, even if it's like unnoticeable but I can see it, it bothers me so bad. And I literally can't see anything. Like it's blending so perfectly. So far that powder looks really good on the skin. It's not clinging to anything dry. I do have a few dry areas, but it's not clinging to anything. But I am going to attempt to bake with it just to see how well it does. I'm going to attempt to, can y'all see how it kind of has like a yellowish tint to it? It's not crazy yellow, like it's just not, which I need that. Like I can't do a solid white translucent powder. I've just noticed that it just kind of gives me like a white cast, and if it doesn't give me a white cast, it doesn't flatter my skin tone. So I'm just baking all the spots that I normally bake. I'm just going to let that sit for just a second. I already can tell you I have different views on the foundation, like as far as, because it automatically off the bat it looks different than it did when I applied it the other day with a dry sponge, which is obvious because it does soak up excess product, so you're not caking it on. So it looks beautiful on the skin. So far it's not caking anywhere. It doesn't look like it's settling anywhere. So I'm pretty excited about that. I love how seamless it was. I know some people prefer to go a little tanner with their foundation. For me, that's what bronzer's for. I would much rather have a seamless neck and then just bronze up my face. And you know the drill. So, okay, so I'm just dusting off this powder. And we're going to see how it's set on my skin. My son's crying, you guys, so if you hear that's what it is. I'm not sure what's wrong, but that's what's happening. I feel like I could have probably built up coverage with that foundation, but I kind of just left it where it was. So this is going to be more of like a light. I feel like I could have built it up because I know that other people said they can build it up to really full coverage, but I am seeing a little bit of stuff peeking through, which is totally fine with me. I actually usually prefer just a medium foundation, but I know that that one's said to be a really full coverage. So I'm going to look at this just a little bit closer now that the powder is swept off. Okay, so I'm going to blame this on the fact that I did not moisturize right before I did my makeup, but I do have dry patches through here and here, which is where I was dry, and you can see it. And I'm just going to assume that it was the foundation, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I definitely see it clinging to dryness. I don't know if it's the powder or the foundation, but I also do not care about seeing that sort of thing until after I use setting spray, because setting spray usually hydrates all those areas. But I do know for next time I need to go ahead and hydrate my skin before I use this foundation, because I know it's said to be like full coverage matte, Anyways, other than that, this looks very skin-like. Like, it still looks like my skin. The people that I've seen reviewed it, like, were talking about how skin-like it looked. Last time I tried it with a dry sponge, I did not understand that, did not see it. But now I get it. There's no settling, there's no, like, there's no settling, there's no, like, cakiness, but I do just notice those dry patches a little bit. They're not terrible. I know that any setting spray will take care of that. So anyway, so I'm just kind of learning as I go. I know that next time I'm going to really hydrate my face, and I'm probably going to build it up just a little bit more as far as coverage goes. So now we're going to get into contour and bronzer. So I'm going to first go in with my contour shade, which is going to be that Natasha Denona contour powder. Okay, so again, I got the shade dark, and she had other shades to offer, but this one just looked like the perfect shade for like contouring for me, and I was right. It worked out beautifully. So I know this looks a little bit dark, but I go in with light hand. It's very, very soft. And I just love the color of this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like, I don't know if it's picking up as well on camera like how it is. But I just go in really light-handed, tap off all the excess. There's no extra powder. And I just really light-handed, just like sweep into the hollows of the cheek. And just look how perfect that shadow is. It creates the perfect contour shadow. It is so hard. Like, I love bronzers. I feel like it's pretty easy for me to find a good bronzer as far as just like warming up my face. But to find a good contour shade, because this is like, doesn't claim to be bronzer. It is literally contour sculpting powder, is so super hard for me. So when I saw this color, it was just like I immediately was drawn to it. And when I saw it said dark, and like there was other ones that said like light and medium, I was like, oh, I don't know. But like, I just really love that color. And I was like, I'll go ahead and try it. I won't use it as a first impression. And that way, since we're right here by Sephora, because our Sephora is like an hour away from us, we can exchange it tomorrow if it doesn't match me good. But as you can tell, it is just like a beautiful color for contour for me. So I love that. And it's very, again, very light-handed. Just get the product placed, and then I just kind of turn this brush. I have it like angled a little bit, and I just place it, and I turn the brush and just kind of blend it together. And if there's any harshness at all, I use my bronzer to blend that out. So we just place the contour. I'm again in love with the shadow it creates on my cheeks. Like, I just love the color. I love the formula. I love the color. It's just really, really good. Okay, so now to warm up the face, I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantastic. I love this bronzer. This is the shade. I'm going to go in with this bronzer brush from Alamar Cosmetics. It also came in BoxyCharm, and it's actually called a bronzer brush. It is definitely not a bronzer brush that I normally would have picked out for myself, like as far as like the shape and how it is. Like, it's literally like uneven bristles, like I don't even know, it's perfectly round, and it's just not normally a bronzer brush that I would go for. But I tried it for the BoxyCharm video. I'll link that above. But I tried it for the BoxyCharm video for February since it was in the box, and I was like, that actually made my bronzer look beautiful. So I decided to start using it, and I've loved it for the 3 days that I've used it. Okay, now that our face is good and bronzed and contoured, we're warmed up, everything now looks like it matches seamlessly as it did to me in the mirror. Now it all looks like that on camera to me. So now we're going to try out that NARS Orgasm X blush shade. Okay, so first I want to show you guys the NARS Orgasm shade if you have not seen it. It is such a popular blush shade. Like, again, it is so complimentary to so many skin tones. It just is beautiful, like blush pink with just like gold reflex. Just creates like a perfect like glow, perfect, beautiful summertime blush. But this one online, as you can see, this one is really used and this one is really new. Oh my god, it's everything I dreamed of. How do I get this off? My claws are not going to allow this, are they? Oh my gosh, look at this. So I want to compare the two. I'm going to swatch the two side by side on my fingers. Oh, it's like the perfect amount of peach. I thought it was going to be like a really like intense, but like look at that. Same gold reflex. This one's pink, this one's peach. So I'm going to swatch them both. So got NARS Orgasm on this finger. Oh, it is. This one feels more creamy. I don't know if that's just because that one's older, but this one just feels a lot creamier, and it even appears to be creamier, but it does look quite a bit darker. So we have NARS Orgasm here and NARS Orgasm X here. But I think it's going to be a beautiful shade. I'm very, very excited to try it out. So we're going to go ahead and try that. So I'm just going to pick up this blush brush that I typically use. This is the Luxie 522 tapered highlight brush, but I use this for blush. Ooh, fallout galore. Anyways, I'm a little nervous because it did appear to be a bit bright. Oh my gosh. This is literally like my dream blush shade. What? It is beautiful. It's like not way too pigmented, which you can get that with blushes a lot, and then it's really hard to get it pretty. But this is like, I freaking love it. I like to kind of sweep my blush up a little bit. Oh my god, that is so, so pretty. Obsessed. Okay, so I don't have a new highlighter to try out for you guys, and I don't have a new brow product to try out for you guys. The next thing I have to try is an eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna like go ahead and crawl underneath my Vanity and do my eyebrows and my highlight in like a split second. Watch this. Whew. See what I did there? Anyways, okay, so brows are on, highlight is on, and I'm feeling a little dry in my dry patch areas, but my skin looks bomb.com, like bomb. Like everything looks so smooth. My skin looks so skin-like, but still looking really flawless, so that's pretty cool. I'm loving it, like loving it. But now I wanted to go ahead and set my face before I started my eyes, which is what I normally do. I'll set my face before I start my eyes, and then after I'm done with everything before mascara. So we are going to try out this Kate Somerville, sounds like a tanning spray. It even looks like one, or a sunscreen. Oh, it smells like sunscreen. Let's see. It smells like sunscreen, and it kind of feels like it. But so long as it like locks in my makeup and sets my, like I want it to be a setting spray. It does say it's a soft focus makeup setting spray. So I want it to do that. I don't feel as if my face is wet at all, so that was kind of weird. Like I just saturated my face and I don't feel like it's wet. Like I went to go grab my fan and I was just like, wait a minute. My face isn't wet. I'm confused. It kind of felt like I don't know. I'm about to spray this on my hand. Oh, there it is. It's 50 SPF, so it's kind of greasy, I would say. It does feel like it locked in my makeup. Let me take a look at my dry patches and see if it like kind of melted those. Not completely. Let me grab another setting spray and just kind of spray over it. I feel like this is going to be a good finishing spray. I don't know if I would use this to lock in my makeup and like melt everything. More of just like set the rest of my face before I go anywhere with this. This is going to be more of like a makeup SPF cover as opposed to actually locking in my makeup. However, it smells really good. My makeup feels locked in, if that makes sense. But it never did feel wet. So, I don't know. I had a little bit of dryness through here. That's gone. So it did do that pretty good. There's a lot of dryness on my nose and it didn't really touch it. And there's still some like powder sitting on my nose. So I don't know. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set and just kind of spray down the center of my face where I had those dry patches and just see if it like is the foundation or if that setting spray just didn't really do what I was hoping. Okay, so my camera battery died, so if anything's off focus or like strange, that's why I had to like take it down. So it did end up being that the setting spray is just like not... I don't know. It says it helps prevent blah, blah, blah. So I feel like to me this is just a like aerosol sunscreen. It says makeup setting spray. It's a soft focus makeup setting spray. I think this is more of just like a finishing sunscreen. That's all I'm getting off of this. It does, like there was like residue, so I rubbed it and it's just very shiny and like greasy feeling. It felt exactly like an aerosol sunscreen. So I will still use this. I do still like this product for the fact that I can just spray it over my makeup. It didn't leave anything weird over my makeup at all. It did like a really like, it didn't, my face didn't feel greasy and it did kind of feel like locked in a sense. But it didn't like hydrate those areas and like melt my makeup together like I was hoping, like that Dewy does for me, that Dewy Set from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love that stuff. So the Dewy Set did take away every little dry area that I had. So what I would probably do is just use that and then before I leave just kind of saturate my face in this, because it doesn't, like it feels like the type of thing that you could spray over mascara and like not even have to worry about anything, just like spray. So yeah, I'll still use this product, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Okay, so the next thing we are going to use, see this is why I love setting spray. Like you can see the difference, like how everything just like melted into one layer. Also, when I use blush, 9 times out of 10, after I use setting spray, the blush kind of disappears and I have to go back over it. I don't know why that is. It's like always that way. But this blush didn't. I don't know if it was just like, I don't know what it was. But this blush just kind of still has that punch, that like peachy punch to my cheeks. And every single layer of makeup that I have, it just kind of looks like one. Like it all looks like my skin. It doesn't look like layers of any sort of makeup. I'm loving the way my makeup's looking right now. I don't know if you guys can actually see, but you see how smooth my skin looks? Like this foundation, so far so good. So far so good. So this is the Nude Rich from Huda Beauty. And this is the one I went with, and this is why I went with it, because the shades are a lot more deep. The colors and the color range was more my vibe in the Rich palette as opposed to like the Nude Medium where like would be for my skin tone or whatever. I just really love, I'm going to swatch some of these shimmer shades, and like I said, they are just unlike any shimmer that I have. I know they look pretty classic, but applied on the lid, they, like this one with the smoky eye was so pretty. And then this one, like this berry looking, oh my god, these are just like, and this one I put on my lid. I got so many compliments on my eye makeup that day. It all is like, this one looks like sunset. It's like pinky, yellowish, like I don't even know how to explain it. And the matte's blended like a dream. There's a perfect transition shade. There's a perfect reddish shade, a complementing shade, a deep shade for like doing smoky eyes. So it's just, I really love this palette. Like this is gonna be like my palette that I travel with all the time, because it's small, it's compact, but it's super pretty, super blendable, and a lot of different eye looks you can create with this palette. So it doesn't have shade names on it obviously, but I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is this like tannish color, to start with my transition and just create a soft transition shade. Like I said, everything is super pigmented. It blends like a dream. It's super easy to do a really pretty eye look with this palette just because everything is so blendable. It's like effortless. Like you don't have to be super talented to be able to create a really cute eye look with this. But since we are going to be flying, wow, I just got so tongue-tied. Since we are going to be applying those no glue needed pre-glued falsies, I am going to do this a tiny layer of eyeliner, so I need to keep that in mind when I'm creating this eye look. So now I'm going to take this same brush, which is just a standard Morphe brush. I don't even know, it doesn't have a number on it. It came in like one of the collections that aren't numbered. It's just like a collection of eye brushes. And I'm going to dip into this shade right down here and just more focused into the crease and a little more light-handed. We're going to just press that. I'm going to try to focus most of the color on this outer corner, and then just whatever's left, I'll just keep it focused in windshield wiper motions in the crease. And again, I know you hear my kids, but they're playing. My oldest has had the flu and she's finally over it, so she has been itching to just get out. I've kept her so quarantined because, again, I have a 10-month-old and a 4-year-old, and so I've kept her so quarantined that literally she's like, her legs were sore from being in bed, which I didn't tell her she had to stay in her bed. I just told her she had to stay on the back half of the house, and I literally had a gate up where my youngest couldn't go back there, and I kept my middle child up there with us and like kept everybody separated from her, and we were able to contain it. I've kept everything Lysol'd, and like we've kept her at home. We've stayed at home until she was fever free for 48 hours. We always do the overkill, not 24 hours, we do 48 hours. So we did overkill with that, and then so now she's good, but she still has like a little bit of a cough. No runny nose at all or anything like that, so we're still trying to be careful. So she's literally playing from a distance. So we let her get in the living room, but she's playing like from a distance with everyone. So their only way to play is to scream. So that's why you're hearing that, and I'm just letting it happen because God bless them for being quarantined, you know what I mean? Okay, so now we're going to go in with the deepest shade right here. Like I said, it doesn't have shade names, but I'm going to pick up a different brush for that. Okay, so we're going to go in with this darkest shade with this brush here again. Oh, this is a Morphe M456. I'm just going to pick it up and coat both sides and the tip of it. Tap off the excess and just place it and just kind of very light-handed place it on this outer corner. I love the undertone of this palette, like all the shades. All the undertones are very complimenting on brown eyes, and I have really light brown eyes. On my license they labeled them amber, like a yellow brown, and then when I cry they turn really green. So this color range is very complimenting on those type, like purples and like berries and reds are really complimenting on like green and like light brown eyes. So that's the vibe I'm going for here, and that's why I love this palette, because I felt so good about my eye makeup that day I did it, and I haven't been able to like do like a really good, like the next time I put on makeup I just did mascara, didn't do any eyeshadow, so this is only my second time using it, and again everything's blending so beautifully, and it just is making my eyes pop, and I'm super excited to see. I really hope those pre-glue, no whatever glue needed lashes work, because I feel like the last eye look that I did with this palette would have been like stunning with a pair of like demi wispies or something, just like a really light fluffy pair that you could still see the eyeshadow but still like, you know, flattering eyelashes. Okay, so here is the look we've created so far, and what I'm going to do is take that same like darker shade with the same brush, tap off the excess, and very light-handed we're just going to kind of buff that on the lower lash line. Okay, so what I like to do next is this brush. I have no idea how much this actual pencil cost, but I would buy it again for this brush. I don't know what it is about this brush, but to use it to clean up or carve out or like clean up around my lips, it does so perfect. It is the Dior crayon, it's the universal lip pencil. It's like a clear lip pencil. It's like supposed to like smooth out the edges of your lips so you're not actually using a color, but the other side is like a lip brush. I don't know if you can actually see, but I don't even use it for that. I couldn't find a brush one day, and I used it to like use like a little bit of concealer just to kind of clean up the edges of my eyes, and oh my god, it did so good. So I'm actually going to use the foundation that I used since it was a good match, and I'm just going to take it and just put a little touch of it. Like, you don't even have to put a lot, just enough to just touch the brush to it, and I even put some on my hand, and it is kind of like just sweep it in a sense. Like, it doesn't ever pick up any excess makeup. It doesn't mess up underneath. I don't know what it is about this brush, but I will forever use this brush for these type purposes. So again, I use it to clean up my edges of my eyes. I use it to clean up my lips. Like, it just works so well for all of those things. And now I'm going to add, I'm going to take this same brush and use the foundation, and we're just going to carve out a little bit of an area in the front part of the eyelid. I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It's this shade right here. It is so freaking pretty, dude. So pretty. We're going to pick it up and then we're going to damp it. Where's my setting spray? Okay, we're going to damp the brush just a bit and see what this looks like all over. Oh my god, do y'all see that? Oh my god, the color of it, the pigment, just everything about it. Like, and like when I lean it this way, it looks gold. When I look straight on, it looks pink. And it does the same thing when you're like in sunlight. Like when I flip down like the car mirror, certain ways it looked like I had on like a gold shimmer in a sense, and certain ways it looked like a pink, and it just, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far, and I'm actually going to take this top shade, this more golden shade, and place it more towards like the inner corners of my eyes, at the front, and just kind of like lighten up right there where I have like highlight. Just kind of brighten that area. It has more of like a orangey type undertone as opposed to like so pinky. I'm just kind of dragging it down into my inner corner just a little bit, as you can see, and it's just really pretty. So this is the look we have so far, and I love it. And once I add like liner and stuff, I'm actually going to do that off camera. I'm just going to go ahead and throw on just a little bit of black pencil liner in the waterline, and then I'll do a little bit of a liner on the top lash line before we try out those pre-glued lashes. Okay, so this is a look with a little bit of liner and mascara. So you could totally leave it at this point, and I still think it's so pretty. I love this eyeshadow palette. It's just so complimenting to brown eyes. I don't know if you guys can really see the full effect or what kind of errors you can see when I close my eyes, but I love the way it looks right now. So what I'm going to do now is, I did not put liner on the top line. I just left it as is, because I don't know if those are clear lash bands or black lash bands. If they're clear lash bands, I don't need top liner, and I would prefer not to have it. But what I'll do is just go ahead and try those pre-glued lashes, and then I'll just add liner where needed. So, okay, I got some tweezers. Let's see. It says just trim it. Oh, wow. This is way different than I thought it was going to be. It is like for real glued. So be really careful. I don't know if I need to trim it any, so let me just take a look. No, I could probably wear these. Maybe, I think. Let's try and see. My youngest is really fussy, you guys. I'm not really sure why. Oh god, I forgot to look at what color the lash band was. It looks like it's a black lash band, just because wait, I'm confused. This isn't really like, wait, whoa, did that just work? Hold on. So I'm obviously going to have to add some liner, but I'm pretty sure that just worked. It's a beautiful lash. But like, yeah, like that's on there. I'm also really confused, like, can you wear these again? I don't know. I'm a little confused. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on them just yet. They're very comfortable. I don't, like, I don't feel any sort of way. This, like, this front piece here, as you can see, I think I can hide all that with some liner, but it just is kind of doing weird, as you can see. But other than that, like, it's a pretty lash, and it's comfortable. Like, I don't feel like it's poking or stabbing or falling off. Like, it feels pretty secure. It was just weird because, I mean, it's on there. Like, it worked. Like, it stuck. The moment of truth is when we put a little bit of mascara over it to see if it's, like, actually gonna stay in place after we put on mascara. They weren't expensive, so, like, even if you couldn't use them again and you were just kind of, like, quick and in a hurry trying to get some kind of lashes on, they were like $4.99 for a pair. So, like, even, like I said, even if it was just like a one-time thing, I'm gonna attempt to use them again. It doesn't really feel very promising that you'll be able to use them again, just because this adhesive is like different. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Something is not comfortable though. Alright, so here they are. That actually worked. I'm comfortable. They applied beautifully. That was weird. I'm not really sure why that was so easy. I'm not really sure why no one ever thought of this. Except for maybe you can't use them again. Maybe that's like the big thing. But now we need to try our new lip products. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this Milani lip liner. Like I said, I literally just swatched it. I don't know if you can even see that very well, but I literally just swatched it on the back of my hand. It has not been used on my lips, but we're about to use it and just see. So it is like just a warm nude. It does appear to have like a pinky undertone. It's very creamy. Okay, so there's that lip liner. I'm obsessed with the color of it. Like, it's the perfect color for what I was looking for, so that's a win. And last but not least, we have the MAC Amplified lipstick in Blankety. I've never tried a MAC lipstick besides the try-on haul that I did a long time ago when I started my channel. It was like the holiday lips or whatever. It was a collection that I had gotten that was like actually from the holidays. I didn't even put it on or do like a review for you guys except on the video. I'll link that above as well. But it's like, I stabbed myself earlier. No, that's why I want to keep watering. But it's like, that's all I tried. They were minis, and yeah, so I didn't really get to enjoy it. So now the moment of truth to see this. I did see it online. I was looking for like a really good nude. Ooh. Oh, this might be the perfect one. Look at that. Ooh, okay, the moment of truth. Okay. Oh. Oops, I messed up. What? Did I just find, after all this time, after all this daggum time, and it's been sitting at the MAC counter. What? This is my new favorite lipstick. The formula is super pigmented. It's comfortable. I don't know how long wearing it is, so there's that. But holy crap. This was like a haul full of wins. So anyways, that's it for today's video. If you like hauls, if you like these sorts of things, or if you've tried any of these things and they were your favorites too, or they were flops for you, drop it in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye! Yeah, yeah.